To my 3D Amuser channel. This is Project Blue video series, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how I add a lighting setup for my render file. Let's get started. So I did my lighting in Maya, so you guys could see. So I had two cameras, one is close up and one is full up. So the one with the full up is one which covers the whole body part, and the one with the close up is which shows the half of her body. Because I spent a lot of time creating some details on her face because I want to show that as well. So I'm going to show my lighting setup. So the easiest way to do this is to show on the top view. So if you see, let me go through the scene as well. So you can see clipping error, so I'm going to fix that first. So I added like a backdrop which curves, so whenever I put a light, it's going to curve the light, so it's going to create like a gradient of the background. So these are the lights I have. So I didn't have any I had a dome light as well. Do I have a dome light? No. I have a dome light which adds some kind of little bit of details, which adds a little bit of fill light to my character. So I put it to 0.5 and I created a shared map. I also you can see, I'll show the map what I. It's kind of like a studio reflection because I want to have some kind of. So this is the map. So this is the kind of map I used to have my fill light, as you saw there. And what I did, so before I didn't have this light from the beginning because my character was not having the rim light. So I added this light at the back, so I kind of like get the details of her silhouette. So let me show the render. So you can see that created some kind of like a light, became a rim light because I want to show her silhouette really well. Because before it kind of off because it didn't pop my character that much, so I added a like kind of like a rim light at the back. So I also added like another rim light at the back as well, which adds some kind of like a little bit of orange light, and I also added like a blue light because I want to do contrast. So you could see it here. I'm going to show my blue render. So you could see there's orange light coming around there all the way there as well as here as well. And you can see there's kind of like some kind of blue light, so it contrasts my orange and blue. So so before I didn't have this light because like my character was really dark in the front because I spent a lot of time adding details in her. You could see it does a lot of details on her face. Did a pretty good job on doing the pattern and everything, but I didn't spend that much time because I want to finish this project as soon as possible because I have a lot of projects coming up. So you can see, as soon as I put that light, it popped up all the skin pores from her face. You could see like it has like all kind of like crazy amount of details in her. So I want to pop that. So as soon as I add this light, my character becomes alive. So those are the lights I have, and this is another light I added because I want to create a more kind of like a rim light on her. Let me pull the render. So you can see these lights are from that rectangle, right? So I didn't use anything like spectacular in this lighting, you know, everything is normal. So then it added all those lights there. And this pattern, so I painted it as well as, and I also have like a self-illumination pass. So I can put a glow on her. So you can see I add this pass, then I can add on her and I can put a glow on it so it glows. And as you could see in the final render, so this is the full on render. You can see it looks pretty good, and I did my renders in 4K. So our ants were like hiding it here because like the proportions are off, so I kind of put it in. So I thought like, you know, I'll just add that. I didn't have the hand because it's kind of like mysterious to add the hands inside because people doesn't know what's there. and this is how it looks like, because the lights also in all my backdrop as well. It also create like kind of like a good different variations in my background. So I also created multiple passes for everything, so it was easier to me to adjust something in Nuke as well. And you can see I had a refraction pass because my eyes, I could separate it out because my eyes were really dull and I popped out in the compositing side. And I also created a pass as well. It's really solid, you can see it. And it's shadow pass. And I did this character with GI because it's losing all the details, so I didn't do it with GI because I want her to have the details in her face as well as in her body as well. I'll show what are this is the passes I added. So it starts from refraction, shadow, self-illumination, specular. I also had a multimatte. I'll show what I have for multimatte. So multimatte just to have to separate out all the passes from the background and from the body. If you see my final renderer, I had two different backgrounds because in the close-up my renderer didn't read out that good, so I separated out and created my own background for my close-up. You can see it has like a pink background because I wanted to complement with our fabric pad. But whereas the full up the same background as in my renderer because it has like all these different details in the background. So that's it, guys. So this is my lighting setup and this is my render setting. So once I have it, what I did was I had like two renderable camera in my renderable cameras. Then I did a batch render, and I didn't have any AOVs. Like I had like just a renderer, and I had like, because before I had everything separate, but after that I thought like I have a multimatte, so I could do it myself. So once I have everything, I went to rendering. And I went to render and batch render. So it renders everything for me and it was super awesome. It's better to render everything in passes, then you go from there. So it's easier for you as well. So if I go here, this is the close-up render I got and this is my full-up render. So this is my lighting setup, and if you guys like this tutorial, if you have any questions regarding this lighting setup, please hit me up and I will happy to answer your questions. And if you really like this series, please like, subscribe, and comment below, and I'll see you in the next one. Hello, welcome to my 3D Amused channel. This video part series called The Blue, and this part I'm gonna cover how I did the compositing and the file image for my blue project. Let's get started. Hello, welcome to my 3D Amused channel. This part series called Blue Project, and in this video tutorial I'm going to show you guys how I created my final image through Nuke and through Photoshop. I'm going to show you each and every steps what I took to create this final image. Let's get started. So I have my Nuke here. So what I did was I took my image from my app and I went to Photoshop and I did some color balance on it. So to get some variations from fabric and skin. If you see, our screen has like a little bit of like a green and bluish tone to it because I want to create this image because it was blue in my Maya renderer, but I went ahead and add some kind of color variations in it. So what I did, so if you see, I added some like pops in my eyes. So if you could see, there's a difference between this and this because I want our image to pop. So what I did, I took my refraction pass and I added glow on it. It's really subtle. It's not like super awesome. It's kind of like you can't even see it. It's there, but and after that I added it on top of it. So you could see the difference between this and this. Boom. And after that, what I did is I added a little bit of, so I took my specular pass and I girded it down and I added some glow on it a little bit. So it's really subtle. You could see that's a difference between ear and ear. it's really subtle. So after that, I added there. So it's kind of like burns a little bit, but I'm not worried about it because it's kind of like add some visual. It's kind of like adding something visually pleasing. So there you go. You could see it. Then what I did, so I took my multimatte pass and I shuffled the background, and I graded the background a little bit up because you could see this kind of like have the same value as that because I want to push my background a little bit further. So what I did, I used my multimatte and pulled my background at the back. So now you could see the difference between this and this. So now if you see the character kind of like have the same value at the background. So now if you see the character pops up more than the background. So after that, I wrote my file. So I created a file, then I imported Photoshop. So now I'm going to show you. So this is the exact background what I have there, but what I did was I used my multimatte and I painted the same colors at the back, and I used multimatte and matted out my character. So I have my background separate and my character separate. So that's the idea behind it. So once I did that, I also added some color balance to make it pink. So to add a color balance, you could you control like using hue saturation, or you can do it through color balance. It's up to you. I'm going to show you, like you could see, you literally went and add whatever you want at the background. So that's a pink, kind of like a pink background I add. So once I have that, what I did, I took a multimatte and I masked it using color balance. So once I have the color balance and I add a little bit of details on top of it, I'm going to show you how to use multimatte so you guys can know, because I want to give all the information I can so that you guys know how to create an image. That was a close-up, so I'm going to create my multimatte. Okay, so let's say you want to separate the face. So you can go to the magic wand tool and click on it. So hide it. So go here and click here and say color balance. So it creates a mask and adds it. So now if I change it, it's going to change my just the face. So you could do the same technique on the background as well. So I'm going to show you magic wand tool. Select the blue, hold on shift, and on the blue. Now we go to, oops. You could do it on curves, levels. You could do with anything here. So I'm going to hit curves now. So it created it. Now what I could do, I could literally, when I hide my image, now I could literally fix just the background without affecting the character. So that's how you use multimatte in Photoshop. It's straightforward. So I used the same technique, add a little bit of, I got the blue back a little bit. You could see this is the difference between the blue and the green. So I add a little bit of blue back because I want to look at blue because I called her blue. Add a little bit of saturation to it, you could see. It's really subtle. Then I got the body, so I multimatted it. So the body was before like that, and I want to add more red into it because I want her to look like Geisha. So I added some curves on it, so kind of like add some kind of contrast. And I brought in my self-illumination, and I literally grabbed it and put it to linear dodge, so it adds it. So once I have it, and I separate it out, and boom, voila, right here. So this is my final image. That's how I created my final image. It's nothing super awesome and everything. So then I took this image to Nuke and I added some glint. That's why she is glowing a little bit at the final image. You can see here. Where's my renderer? Final renderer. So you could see I put a little bit of glow and a little bit of glint on her, so it just glints on. I put like a cyan streak, so it's kind of adds up some kind of like a little bit of glowing from the far. So I did the same thing on my, so I did it on once and I put it on my other character as well. And that's it, guys. So this is how my creature blue came into real life. Not real life, came realistic in 3D world. And if you have any questions regarding the process, or if you have any questions regarding how to do this character, and please hit me up at 3damuser@gmail.com. And if you have any question regarding this, you can hit me up as well. I will happy to help you guys as well. And if you really like this tutorial, please like, subscribe, and comment below. And I'll see you in the next project. And I'm totally excited to teach you different things, guys. And thanks for watching.